What would you do if you traveled 30 years into the past? I'm Mint Salad and I saw the Twilight Zone Season 2, Episode 9, The Trouble with Templeton. It is directed by Buzz Kolick, written by E. Jack Newman, and if you haven't seen this episode, I will spoil it for you. Episode starts, we're following Booth Templeton, and he's an actor. He's old, he's cranky, his pals are kind of dead, his wife that he loved is dead, the wife of 7 years from 18 to 25, and now he's with another chick he doesn't really like that much, and he's really big on nostalgia, and it seems like because of this, it kind of makes it so people don't want to talk to him that much. But anyway, he's also very uppity and pretentious, too. Like, he barks specific orders to the people that he's gonna play with, and demand them to cater to his every woman need. And I'm like, you're not that important. You're kind of aging out. This is probably the last movies that you're going to play ever. Maybe you should be more appreciative. But he leaves the area, and he walks into this area, and it's like, oh, it's 1927 now. He's like, what is going on? And I'm like, wait, what? What device did he enter to enter that year? He's like, oh my goodness, I get to experience the best years of my life again. Here I go. And then he goes into this bar thing, and guess what? His wife that was dead, but now is not, and also his friend who was dead, but now is not. And they're having a chatting time. And you know what this guy does? Booth is like, you know what? Instead of appreciating that I get to see them again and hanging out with them and having a good time, I'm going to instead be so meta, talking to them the entire time, like, oh my goodness, you guys shouldn't be alive. You guys died 30 years ago. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. And these two fellas are so appreciative and happy to see Booth. However, the more meta that he gets, the less that he wants to talk about what the heck they're talking about. The more irritated that they get with him, to the point where Booth ends up disrespecting her, and he gets a slap across the face. And she's like, just let me be a dancer. Just let me do dancing, okay? And she's like, I'm done with your negative attitude. I don't want to break anything. And so he's like, oh my goodness, I can't believe it. I guess I'm gonna leave. And I do like the lesson that he got from this, ultimately, is to appreciate the time that you got left. Don't be so focused on the past and the amazing memories you made in the past. Turns out, things were likely not to be so rosy as you remember. The memory thing in your head, the memory chip, is faulty, so you might remember things better than they actually were, and this guy remembered things better than they actually were. And so he had to get that dose of reality back into his system, and he's like, I guess it's time for me to appreciate my life. And then he goes on, and he goes off living. And I'm like, you know what, this is pretty nice, because in this Twilight Zone episode, the guy turns out well by the end of it, in terms of how he started and how it turned out. And he turned out to be enlightened, and he's now here to be happy and share his life. So I like that. I think focusing just on this actor plus a couple other actors and such, but mostly this actor, I like seeing the character progression that he goes through and the way that he acts. He has really good, intense facial acting, which I like a lot. So I gotta give this episode. This episode gets a solid 7.4 out of 10. If you like this review, watch another one the platform really likes at $20 Dinos at patreon.com/ASEPresents for one movie review per 1 month. Support the daily grindiness by going to this link tree. Support the daily grindiness of all them daily movies, so you can go here. And until next time, I'm Mint Salad Saw. I'll see you later, my salad, croutons, and bacon bits. You know, this Twilight Zone episode taught me a new thing. If I just walk through a doorway, I can get transported back 30 years. I'm gonna try that right now. Wish me luck. Yeah, this looks to be about 30 years from when I departed.